Hi everyone, how are you? Hope you're having a great week. I was driving in today and I was reflecting on why things are so complicated. And what I'm trying to say is we sometimes feel that change can't happen. And what I want to talk about is that change can happen in an instant. It's really about a choice and about focusing on the change that we want. Today I want to make it very simple. I want to really empower all of you, including myself, to think about 3 things that you could change in the space of a week. So I've got a challenge this week. All right, my challenge is look for 3 things. And the way I would suggest you think about it is 3 things that if you change something, and it could be quite small, doesn't have to be something you have to change it. It doesn't have to be a big thing you're changing. That will impact your relationships, they'll impact work, and maybe your health. Let's look at those 3 areas. Usually work leads to finances, etc. So I want to just talk about a concept. Now, I'm right-handed and I am just so used to, by default, picking up this hand and writing so much. I can write so much, I sign with my right hand. I actually do most things with my right hand. My left hand doesn't get a lot of time in terms of my writing and doesn't get used as much. And it's the same with our muscles, the way we think, the way we interpret things, the way we actually subconsciously react. And change is all about being conscious of how we're doing things, our awareness around how we act, how we react, why we do what we do. Basically our human behavior. So if we're conscious about using our right hand all the time and the way it writes for us and the way it does things for us, what I will suggest is if you try to sign your name with your left hand, or even write a story, I can, you're going to find it very awkward, very difficult, because this muscle hasn't been used as much as this muscle. Now, with the 3 areas of change that I want to talk about is, it's a simple thought process and focus. If we think about what we're going to change, and we have this week to do it, we think about one thing in our relationship. It could be with our wife, our husband, our children. What's one thing we can do that can actually change the relationship? And the way I would see it is, what aren't you happy about certain relationships? It could be with anybody. Just think about that. And usually it's, we believe someone needs to change for it to be better. But guess what? It starts with us. So pick one area in your relationship, and it could be picking up a phone and setting a time to go and talk to that person, to speak your heart and how much you care about them. It could be just doing something different. So changing something very simple to start to influence a relationship with somebody. Somebody that you have been thinking about, something that hasn't been right. Second thing, work. Now ideally, if we rated our work, most of us will have all different scores out of 10. But guess what? You control your own destiny. So what's one thing at work you could change? It's the way you approach work. It's the way maybe your morning routine. How do you go about your work? Do you set a to-do list? Are you setting goals every morning to accomplish the most you can in your day and become more productive and getting more results? So maybe you could start to look at, how am I doing things? Am I doing things with my right hand all the time, not even thinking about it? Can I start doing it with my left hand and get my muscle build up here? So change something at work, set some goals, get a bit of focus, think about a target, think about someone you want to help or mentor, whatever it is. Work out an area of work, something small you could change in this week. So you can then at the end of the week see what difference it made. The third one, your health. And that's very easy. What am I eating this week? Am I going to walk during lunchtime? Am I going to get more exercise in? So from your diet to the way you think about nutrition and your exercising, can you do some simple changes this week to create a better, healthy you? And I think if you keep it very simple and you do this exercise this week focusing on relationship, work and health, I want you to measure those results at the end of the week of, did you get the outcome you wanted in that relationship? Was there a change because you created a change and awareness around it? Did you get a little bit more focus around work and doing something a bit different to what you used to? Not the right hand, but using the left hand, building a different muscle. And in your health, did you feel better about yourself because you ate more, you drank less, and maybe you walked a little bit more, exercised a little bit more? Now, it's a simple thing that I'm asking you to do this week. I want you to see how you go. I want you to actually give me some comments and see how you're tracking. Now, I've got 3 things, and I'll touch base with you next week, but I'd love to see if you can impact change in an instant. And I think if you looked at it in a simple format and you thought about 3 simple steps for each different area, I believe you're going to get some change and you're going to be encouraged to continue with change and thinking about other areas you can change. Hope this adds value. Hope you have a great week. Thank you so much. See you next week.